Nigeria, a country among the largest oil producers in the world. But however, for years, it depended on the Western countries to refine its oil. This changed when Aliko Dangote built his $19 billion refinery, which is the largest refinery in Africa. But here is a uncomfortable question that no one is asking. What if this refinery doesn't work? What if it doesn't fix Nigeria's problems at all? Or worse, what if it creates new ones?
Illegal merchants, known as black marketers, are also having a field day, selling petrol at higher than the normal price.
These are the questions we are supposed to be asking. When Aliko Dangote announced that he's going to build a refinery in Nigeria, a lot of people were happy, a lot of people were excited, because to them, the solution to Nigeria's problem is going to be solved. They believe that since Nigeria produces oil and is going to be refining its oil, the economy is going to get better. A country rich in crude oil, finally refining its own oil. No more dependence on Western countries. No more dependence on imports. Stronger economy, lower fuel prices. We were all very happy. Let's look at some of the recent news going on with the Dangote Refinery. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria said Nigeria's fuel price would have been increased to between 5,000 to 6,000 naira per litre without Dangote Refinery amid the ongoing crisis in the Middle East. The spokesperson of IPMAN, Chinedu Okadike, disclosed this in an interview with Daily Post on Monday. He was speaking on the recent fuel drop across the country after Dangote Refinery slashed its petrol gantry price. According to Okadike, the now 700,000 per barrel per day refinery has served as a buffer to Nigeria's domestic fuel supply. He noted that if Nigeria had continued reliance on importation of petroleum products, the country would have been worse hit by the Iran-United States-Israel war, which entered over 3 months. Nigeria is benefiting from this crisis through higher crude oil revenue. The Dangote Refinery is a project that is so big that it could reshape the entire continent. But big promises does not always mean big results. Nigeria's problem is not only about refining crude oil. It's bigger than that. It goes beyond and deeper. It is about systems, bad systems. For so many years, fuel pricing has been very unstable. The prices goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. And the thing that remains constant is that it continues going up slowly and gradually. Policies change. Subsidies come and go, and even if Nigeria refines its own oil, who controls the price, who controls the distribution, and most importantly, who really benefits? These questions need to be asked because building a refinery cannot repair a broken system. Now, this is the risk that nobody is talking about. The refinery costs $19 billion. This is not a small project. It is a gamble, and like every gamble, there is always a risk, and the risk equals the amount put into the gambling or the effort put into the gambling. There are massive debts, there are optional challenges, there are supply chain pressure, and there's something even more controversial, and that is power. If one company controls refining, does this not create efficiency or monopoly? Because when too much power sits in one place, the system doesn't always become fair. Sometimes it becomes dependent. Oil is not just Nigeria's story. Oil is a global problem. It's a global thing to talk about. Prices are influenced by the international markets, geopolitics, currency fluctuations. So even with the largest refinery in Africa, Nigeria is still playing in a global game it doesn't have control of. It doesn't control it, which raises a very important question. Can one refinery really change everything? There are two possible scenarios in this. The first scenario is that if it works, fuel becomes more stable, prices drop, and Nigerian economy becomes very strong. Nigeria gains economic wealth. Nigeria gains economic strength. And Aliko Dangote will now become the man who transformed Africa's economy or Africa's energy future. Then the second scenario is if it fails, it struggles, prices remain unstable, systems fail to improve, and the refinery now becomes just another powerful structure inside the broken system. Same problems, bigger scale. The real truth is, this refinery is not a solution, it is a test. It is a test of leadership, it is a test of systems, a test if Africa can finally turn its resources into real power. Because in the end, it's not just about building something massive, it's about making it actually work. And that is the hardest. So the question isn't just, can this refinery succeed? The question now becomes, can the systems that is surrounding this refinery actually allow it to work? Can it support its success? Can it? Because that will decide everything. If you're passionate about African invention, African innovation, African growth, please do well to like, share, and subscribe to Think Africa Lab, because Africa's biggest stories are just getting started. See you in the next video.